I was born in Riverside County, California, and I moved out when I was 5, and I've been in the Las Vegas area for about 13, 14 years so far.
When he said he was going pro and going to pursue this for the foreseeable future, it never really crossed my mind that esports was going anywhere. I think this is something that's going to be around a long time and really is the future for the current generation.
I am Jason Doty, also known as Bolo, and I'm 18 years old. I play for TSM on the R6 team, and I'm a streamer and YouTuber.
You know, I actually can't recall, but he was pretty young. He wanted to emulate his brother, who was playing a lot of those console games. I'm gonna have to say 5 or 6 years old. And that went on for many years. We kept replacing whatever console he had with the newer and better one, constantly replacing games or adding to the games. And that continued up through his teens and to where we are now. But I would say 5 or 6 years old is when he started hitting them hard.
When I was a kid, I was the sports kid out of my family, or out of my brother. And I played baseball, like soccer, basketball, but my brother then transitioned me to the side of video games, and I never stopped. PC gaming started pretty early, I think like the first couple years we were here, like 06 or something. He was playing a lot of World of Warcraft, and I was just like, hey, let me get at some of that. So I started playing some World of Warcraft. I was god-awful, even, years after. I was trash, horrible. But World of Warcraft has always been kind of like my initial PC entry point, like the gateway for me.
I'll give you a nice treat after all this. Yeah, good boy, huh? Good boy. Good boy.
My brother and I never really played games together. It was more like, because he's got 4 years on me, he's the older one. So I was always kind of, just sitting back watching him. I would always, ask to play, but he would never let me. Typical older brother type stuff. I'd say near Siege, we would kind of pick it up every now and then. Before Rainbow Six, I was playing CS:GO, and I never really thought or contemplated competitive or pro or anything like that. But I played ESEA. I always liked watching esports, never really thought maybe I could see myself doing it, maybe. But it didn't really hit me until Rainbow Six came out. And I'd say 6 months into that, I was like, yeah, I really like this game.
I'm gonna be up in their face. They're right into location. I have 1 HP, and I'm gonna request assistance ASAP.
And there's no Sophia's there too.
They're behind me.
You get that ace.
Over the counter. That's quick.
Beaulo really didn't come onto the radar until I say around the end of year 1 for Siege. Because Siege was my main game. I would come home from school, I would play it. I would play it all the way up into the wee hours of the night. I was a grinder back then. And I'd say near when everybody was starting to call me a cheater, that's when I started doing some montages, mainly to kind of clear my name. Maybe if they saw my perspective of clips, how I play and all the movement and the aim and everything like that. If they saw from my end, maybe they would think, okay, might not be cheating, but yeah, that's not how it played out.
Oh, montage. Montage. Hold on.
The topic of like me pursuing going pro or like content creation rather than college, my parents were pretty supportive of it. It's not like it was a like all of a sudden, you know, oh, I'm not going to college, this or that. Even when I was like at like 15,000, 20,000 subs, I was always telling them like, you know, if this goes somewhere, I'm not going to pursue like secondary education. I want to do what I want. And again, supportive parents really comes in clutch. Like they were all fine with it as long as like I was happy and like, you know, I obviously, you know, like pay the bills. I was good to go, and they were behind it full force.
I actually found out through his older brother. He said, "Mom, Dad, I don't know if you really realize what's happening here." And I said, "Enlighten me, please." And he went on to tell me. You know, I knew he had built up enough skill and level of competence where he wouldn't have any problem going professional. So Mom and I supported him 100%, said it was something he really wanted to do. So we had no hesitation about that. But it was a, you know, very proud moment. So this 1973 Camaro I picked up for Jason about 4 years ago. Tended to be a father-son project, but Jason took somewhat of a back seat because he was in his room developing that craft. And I didn't mind, you know, this kind of brought back memories for me. So we built it up to what it is today. It's still gonna get a paint job eventually. I'm not sure when. It's gonna get some new wheels, but it's a running, driving, reliable vehicle.
The reasoning behind Beaulo is quite simple. I liked the pronunciation and the aesthetic of Beau, B-E-A-U, and I was like, hey, nice. And then I was like, I can't just have Beau, you know, like that's somebody's name. That's just like, you know, 4 letters. Can't do that. So, you know, add a little low, Beaulo. Hey, not bad. I definitely knew of TSM beforehand. In the CSGO days, I didn't even watch League of Legends. I didn't watch anything other than CSGO, and I heard about TSM. I knew that they were like one of the largest orgs. They were like the go-to org. Like everybody had like, there was these fanboys of TSM, and I didn't know. I was like, oh, cool. But definitely having it like become sort of a reality whenever we decided to like actually go pro and the team to willingly pick me up to search and be able to get TSM, it was kind of mind-blowing, not gonna lie, because again, just, you know, from years and years ago hearing about TSM, knowing how big of an org they are, and then one day eventually just playing under them it's ridiculous.
When we knew the level of seriousness that he was doing his streaming and developing his craft, you know, when I say we, I mean Mom and I, because we, you know, she's part of this team too. And, you know, we just had that faith because of him being so well behaved, being a good kid in school, very focused and determined. That really just set our mind at ease, and we knew that he was going to succeed. There was just something that told us that he was going to succeed at this. And then, of course, when we learned his following, the subscribers, you know, we were really blown away, and we said, this is for real.
Anything to say to my fans? I mean, really, thank you, because, you know, there's a lot of you. As ridiculous as you can get sometimes, I appreciate the shit out of you, and you know, I wouldn't be here without you guys. You know, all the support in Pro League, all the support throughout content creation, the 4 years of, I'd say like 3 years of being like a streamer and YouTuber. I've always had, you know, you guys behind me, so I appreciate that, like I really do. And again, like everything I have is because of you guys.